I have a comment or a question about how my children are going to react to their early childhood. Like when I didn't go to therapy, I had three children before I started therapy. And my first pancake, I had her when I was 17. So she really got the most unhealed version of me. I'm going to read the comment and then I'm going to respond. So let's get into it, shall we? So I understand the hard early life. I lived it too. I just wonder how your kids are going to react to their early history. I did my inner child work before parenthood, but kids still say life wasn't perfect. Well, of course, life wasn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It doesn't matter how much therapy you do as a parent before, during, after, all of it, in between. It doesn't matter. I think it was Gabor Mate who said something to the effect of, you're going to fuck it up, right? Because we're human beings. It's what we do in those moments that define what it's going to mean in their lives. So, for example, if you did things that were traumatizing to your children and didn't change your behavior and own your behavior to them, it's going to look a lot different for them. That experience is going to be a lot different for them. And if you don't change your behavior, it's a repetitive one. And there were certainly lots of things that I role modeled, particularly around money and responsibility, stability after my divorce. I moved several times, that sort of thing, that weren't good for my children. I kept them in the same school always, but I moved around a lot because I mishandled money a lot, as an example, right? My kids are now between the age of 33 and 41. And we talk about it, and I own it, and I don't have a problem owning it. I don't attach it to them looking at me like I was a bad mom or a bad person. I attach it to, I did things that hurt them and they deserve to be acknowledged, validated, and apologized to. I ask them, is there something that I can do that would be helpful now? And I do it if there is something. And we've had lots of things get unpacked over the years that I've chosen and had to. I believe it's my obligation as their mom to take ownership of. Those moments in time where we were able to have open and honest discussions and where I was able to create a safe space for them because I am an emotionally mature person now, have only brought us closer together. And they also speak to the foundation that I did lay in spite of all of my trauma and immaturity as a parent when they were growing up. And that was honesty and open communication. And my children have always said that they knew that they were loved by both me and their father every single day of their childhood. And so that's where it's at. We are going to make mistakes. We're going to say things, I certainly have, that we wish we never said. We're going to make excuses that we wish we never did. Like, I remember when my son was younger and he said something to me about his experience, and I was like, do you know how bad I had it? I did 10 times better. I wish I never said that. And I have since, rectified that and recognized that that's wrong. Because at the end of the day, my children didn't ask to be here, and it was my job to do better. And the reasons I didn't do better aren't reasons enough. Period. I can own that they felt hurt by me, and that means I hurt them, and I can give them what they need, and I can apologize because I am sorry. The last thing I would ever want to do is cause anybody, let alone my children, especially my children, any pain or any harm. I hope this video helps you. It sounds like, maybe you're having some dialogue with your children about things weren't perfect kind of thing. And I want to let you know that life isn't perfect. And at the same time, we can take ownership of where we hurt them and where we fell short. The other thing I want to say to you is that time is this beautiful thing, time and experience. As my children have gotten older, they have shown me an empathy, a compassion, and appreciation that they didn't show me when we were having these conversations when they were younger. Not that I deserved any of those things or was looking for any of those things, but as time has progressed and they've gotten out into the world, had families of their own and all of those things, they've also come to recognize that life isn't as black and white as maybe they once thought it was, and that we're all human beings trying to do the best we can. And when I say all, I'm not including narcissistic, abusive parents in that. They're not on the list. Thank you so much for your question, comment. I very much appreciate you being here, and I will see you soon.